Something you're going to need to consider for 3D printing is the overall design of your creature. In an ideal world, you're going to have your, like let's say that this is the tail of my creature, and maybe it's sitting like this. This is sort of my overall kind of sitting position. So then if I want to add sort of another set of legs, I'm going to need to do it here. And they're going to need to be pretty long, right, to make it down to the ground here. So I'm inflating, inflating, and then I'm also going to use my grab tool here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Notice that it's affecting other things because the tool is big, and so it's grabbing other things, maybe things that I don't want. So I can always change the size. So what I'm trying to create here is this sense that this animal's sitting kind of on its rear end, I guess. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And now I feel like what I really need to do is kind of shape this leg because right now it feels a little thick and bulky. So I'm going to make the size of my tool smaller. I'm going to increase the detail a little bit. The detail is going to make those triangles a little bit smoother. And I'm going to actually turn on the invert tool, and I'm going to just sort of start to deflate in some areas here to get a little bit more shape into my leg and not have it be so thick. However, a consideration for 3D printing is you don't want tiny, tiny little details because a 3D printer struggles to do that. So you want them to maybe be a little thicker than you maybe would normally think you would want it to look, just so it'll have success in 3D printing. So again, I'm just kind of playing around with the leg shape, and here I could also now, if I wanted to make this more into like a foot, I could do something like this, starting to look a little like a club. I'm gonna what you do, the position you look at it is important when you're moving things. I'm gonna pull it out a little bit, but then I also want to pull it up a little bit. So I can also turn this down and push it a little bit, push this back a little. See how it's starting to kind of turn into a foot? I can flatten that a little bit.